While there are literally dozens, if not hundreds of laws that apply to employment and charter schools, here are some of the most important laws and examples of policies that address those laws. All employment agreements, not a contract, are at will. An employee can quit for any reason, and an employer can fire any employee for any reason, as long as the reason is not illegal. Minnesota Statute 181 applies to all charter school employment, which contains many requirements. Prior to hiring an employee or allowing adults to serve, a criminal background check will be run to satisfy requirements. See Minnesota Statute 123B.03. Employment is initiated with a signed employment agreement that defines terms, responsibilities, payment, and sometimes benefits. The Minnesota Fair Labor Standards Act, Minnesota Statutes 177.21 to 177.35, defines worker statutes as such. Non-exempt workers are paid hourly and are eligible for overtime at 1.5 times normal pay for hours they work over 40 in a work week. Exempt employees are paid for 40 hours per week of work and are not eligible for overtime. Exempt workers may have other benefits. A series of laws and statutes prohibit discrimination in hiring, enrollment, and other protections against discrimination based on race, creed, color, sex, national origin, ancestry, religion, age, disability, sexual orientation, or marital status. The school director is hired by the board to administrate the school. The board must establish an annual evaluation process, conduct the evaluation, and if the director is not a licensed principal, evaluate the director's professional development. Minnesota Veterans Preference Act and the Federal Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act provide preference for military veterans in hiring. The Americans with Disabilities Act requires work accommodations for qualified individuals, among other things. The Federal Civil Rights Act contains many requirements and protections for certain groups of people. A charter school must be non-sectarian in its programs, admission policies, employment practices, and other operations. Minnesota Statute 124E.06, Subdivision 3. The board must establish and enforce an anti-nepotism policy. The board must follow conflict of interest laws and rules in its membership and practice and extend the same principle into school practices. A variety of safety laws must be applied in work, facility, and operations to protect individuals' well-being, health, and lives. Minnesota Statutes 124E.12 and 122A.181 through 184 require schools to hire licensed teachers to teach students. There are particulars that must be fulfilled. While employment is at will, the school must end employment in particular ways, such as providing the reason if asked, paying what is due within 24 hours in most situations. Other rules apply regarding access to personal property and protecting the school. Federal and state law requires the school to post current information regarding employment, pay, and other important information relevant to work and safety in designated locations. While there are many other laws to explore related to employment at charter schools, these are some of the more important concepts to consider. We hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.